Just one property made him millionaire. Once he see that money in his hand, whatever he invested, plus he has a brand new property, imagine by the time he's 30, literally 7 months. It won't take more than that. At the most, another month extra, because he's working with the right team. After construction appraisal, came at 1.1 million. So his taxes are like literally $400 or $300 for next 10 years yearly. I'm not talking about monthly. You see those brand new properties that are getting built? 5 months ago, it was an empty lot. And in next 2 months, it will be completely done and tenants will be moving in. And this each property is gonna make at least 280,000 for our clients. All their investment that they put into this deal will be out and will be making at least $2,000 cash flow. If you're wondering what this guy is talking, then come with me. Let's check out the property and I'll share all the details. Namaskar, I am Aditya Soma. I came to Canada as an immigrant 12 years ago and I became a millionaire through real estate. And through this channel, my goal is to help you achieve financial freedom. Make sure to subscribe for weekly videos like this one. So first of all, we bought a residential lot. So it's 3 different lots. Each lot costed us $150,000. And on a residential lot, any residential lot in Windsor, you can build 2 more additional units, which means the main house plus 1 basement suite. Another one, if you see the back house, it's a detached ADU. So the main floor got 2 bedroom, big living kitchen, and another 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and a second living upstairs. So it's a total 6 bedroom, 3 bathroom, big unit. And plus 2 bedroom apartment in the lower, and plus 2 bedroom, 2 bath in the back. So total it's around 4,000 square feet property. So first of all, the reason we picked this lot because it's cheaper. And second reason is in Windsor, there is certain areas where you don't have development fees. While you're taking on any project, that if you want to pull out all your investment out successfully, you got to account for every expense. So the most important expense to start with is the lot, because that's the first thing you're getting. And if you get a cheaper lot, now the second thing is if you don't have a development fees, because city charges almost 50,000 for development fees. So we saved that one. We saved 50,000 on the lot. Now we saved 100,000 already. And plus we maximized the utilization. We got maximum amount of bedrooms. We got a maximum amount of bathrooms. So total it has 10 bedrooms, 6 bathrooms, 3 kitchens and 3 legal units with separate, furnace, AC, hot water tank, water meters, everything. Let's go check inside and then we'll talk more. So if you're wondering why all these 3 properties looks exactly same kind of brick, same kind of look and feel, let me know in the comments below why. I'll talk about that at the end. But one most important thing, I mentioned in the intro, brand new BRRRR. Honestly, I haven't seen that much content for Canada talking about brand new BRRRRs. So what I'm referring is you're taking a lot, building something, and whatever the money you put into that investment, you're taking that investment out, your capital, your cash, you're taking that out and you're putting the mortgage on the property and the property will pay positive cash flow. That's what I call a successful BRRRR. If you want to know thorough details on how a BRRRR should work, I made other videos explaining a thorough, what brand new BRRRR means, every little word and all those things. But in summary, your capital that you invested into this project, everything came out. And plus the property, you own it, which means, it's none of your money in the deal. You have a free cash flow coming in every month. It's an infinite returns for your life, as long as you hold this property. On the main floor, we got this nice, spacious 2-bedroom apartment with another 2-bedroom upstairs. So you can see here, nice big open concept kitchen, living. And we try to keep all the finishes very similar, where all the wet areas we have a nice tile and plus vinyl flooring throughout and granite countertop and a beautiful kitchen. Of course, you might not be able to see the full beauty right now, but once it's done, it's going to be beautiful. It will be done in next 2 months. The tenants will be in here. So the goal, what we are thinking to do with this unit, the cash flow will be crazy. I said at the beginning it's 2,000, just a conservative number. But reality, if you do it in a way that I'm going to suggest, you can get a lot more cash flow. So what I told my client is, do the back house separate, long-term rental, do the lower long-term rental, and maybe, you know, this person, we have different investors on these properties, these 3 properties. One investor that specifically I love, this is a young couple who are going to live in this, occupy in this main floor unit. So they're going to live in this unit. They're going to rent that upstairs 4 bedroom, 2 bath, and pretty much there is enough space for kitchenette and living. That on Airbnb. Just that alone, they're going to get at least $3,000. Very, very minimum. $200 per night. 15 days rented also, they're going to get $3,000. And lower, they're going to get at least very minimum $1,500-$1,600. Back $1,600-$1,700. So they're going to make at least $6,000 plus while they live in the property, and all their expenses after refinance are less than $6,000. So I'm going to explain that later on. First, let's come in how creative, how spacious these units are. So if you're a first-time home buyer, this is like a golden opportunity. You can live in a beautiful home for literally free on a brand new home. See, again here, same spacious, you know, everywhere lots of sunlight, and nice spacious entryways, and beautiful vinyl floor, and standard you know, bright lights. Of course, work in progress, so we have the hydro off, but you can still see it's like very clean and very light, a lot of light in the house, and all the bedrooms very spacious. And if you see the washrooms, everything you'll see the same standard tile, nice vanity, and 4-piece tub. Or some units we have a stand-up shower with a tile around and a glass door. But mostly for rentals, I prefer this 4-piece tub because it's easy to clean, easy to maintain. It don't get damaged that easily. So you can see like there's total 4 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms and extra living on this floor. I know many people would be wondering about the back ADU. It's a very cute one. It's like 3 layers. Main floor, as soon as you enter, we have the kitchen, living, and then basement, it's like a bedroom and a bathroom, and upstairs, bedroom and bathroom. So wait for to see that one. It's tiny, but it's very cute. So let's go see the basement unit. Also, you would not believe what kind of people who are buying or investing into this kind of deals. So this particular client, he's just 21-year-old. Yes, I'm not kidding. And this guy started working his ass off and saving every penny since he's 16. When you start young, that's the biggest advantage, because this guy started at 16 and he's living with the parents and no cost of living, and he saved every penny possible. So this project, the actual cash needed was around 200,000, because we need to buy with the lot with cash. So the lot, we bought it for 150,000, right? And plus, you know, deposit for the builder and plus lot closing, all together like 200,000. And I was surprised this guy had that 200,000 cash in hand. I'm not in hand, in the account, because he was doing contracting renovations himself since he's 16. So every penny he saved for 5 years, he was able to get into this one. And now it's going to be his house hack. Again, more saving, and his money is going to be out. He's already now looking for a second deal. See, when you start young and you start thinking about money in a right way, because see, a lot of people say, oh, what are you going to do by living house hacking? You're going to cheap out your lifestyle. Are you cheaping out forever? Or are you compromising for temporary basis? Especially if you want that financial freedom, build it to a certain extent. See, this guy, 21, even if he go to university, he's going to share room with someone else. Treat it as your shared house, but you're going to have a whole apartment, the 2-bedroom apartment for yourself. And if this project successfully done completely, once he gets his money, his trust on building wealth will go up drastically, because, you know, he blindly just took this project because of the faith in me. But once his faith will go up, because I know how much this property will appraise, I know how much money he's going to pull out from this, which I'm going to share in a second. Because mine is like a very transparent way. I know the data and this is what I put in front of my clients. So Once he see that money in his hand, whatever he invested, plus he has a brand new property, imagine by the time he's 30, half of the mortgage paid down. By the time he's 40, just one property made him millionaire. But what if he can do 3 projects like that in next 3 years? Because he have the money from here, do another one. Because only 7 months it took, literally 7 months. It won't take more than that. At the most another month extra, because he's working with the right team, right? He just blindly trusted me, and I have my trusted team. Builder is my guy, mortgage guy is my guy. You know, all this, like lot we sourced it. So he surrounded himself with the people who has done it again and again. So now he's gonna put it into another one once he has money, and this one is making cash flow. So his mortgage qualification is not changing much because it's a cash flowing property, and it's a freaking brand new property. How many people living in a house that is 50-year-old, including me? This house after 10 years, by the time he's 40, it's still freaking brand new and paid and cleared. Imagine 3 properties. He's gonna make 30,000 every month passive income plus $3 million. If the price doesn't change at all for 20 years, again, that won't be the case because we all know what happens with real estate. But just it stayed where it is for 20 years till he's a freaking multi-millionaire with 30,000 passive income. So that's the power. If you're a young guy watching this, your goal, first goal is not to buy the property. First goal is to, whatever you do, hustle, save up money, save up every penny. Then once you saved up a lump sum, then look for the crazy, creative, brand new BRRRR strategies like this one. Okay, so this is the basement living area. Again, you can see it's a 9-feet ceiling, lots of brightness, and you're gonna have a nice good sized kitchen here. And it's a 2-bedroom apartment, pretty much same size, very spacious bedrooms. You can see in there, and again, wide entry, and you got the sump pump, you got another washroom and a good sized bedroom. And very nicely built. Because it's a brand new, you can control everything, right? So now let's go see that the back detached unit. So sorry, unfortunately the brickwork is going on and here stair work was not done. So I could not show you guys inside. But imagine, it's lower level, 8 feet, bedroom and bathroom. On the main floor, kitchen and living area. And upstairs, again bedroom and bathroom. Each floor is 300 square feet, give or take. So you can see it's like 12 feet, 20 feet wide. So it's in that range. So now let's get into the numbers. How the numbers is going to be. Let's talk about first, how much is the investment. And then we'll talk about, how he was able to get the money out. And then we'll talk about the expenses, exact expenses and approximate income, what is going to be cash flow. So start with, like I already mentioned, lot price is 150,000, and we got the construction, we got the quotation, all in. It's a fixed contract. See, this is one thing you have to remember. If you're working with any builders, there will be different builders. The variable builders, like who gives you quotation based on the trades. But we got a builder where we got a fixed contract for this one property with the 3 units that I showed. All together, we got a quotation with soft cost, everything including drawings and appliances, blinds, sodding, sidewalks, driveway, everything including, we got a price for 750,000. So literally for the client, all he need to do is bring the money for the lot and closing for the lot, which is $5,000. So 150 plus 5,000, and a deposit for the builder, that's 30,000. So now he's at 185,000 plus another 5,000 for insurance. Many people don't realize, when you have, builder will have his own insurance, but you have to, as a landlord, you have to have insurance on your property because you're getting it built. At the end, you're the one getting it built. It's not a pre-construction, guys. I'm not talking about pre-construction here. You bought a lot and you're getting it built. So he put in total 190, and again other extra 10,000 miscellaneous for unexpected things, right? That's all. Now the rest for the construction, we got a construction loan, And because, like I said, this guy is a first-time home buyer, he never bought an investment property before. So he have a good income and solid savings. CIBC approved the construction loan in draws. So which means all the draws will be coming from CIBC, and the interest is prime +1. Interest only payments until the construction is done, and then they will refinance and put it into a traditional mortgage. So that's a cool part being a first-time home buyer. If you're an investor, then we have to find a different solution for the construction loan. We might have to go for private loan, or we have to go for credit unions or banks with a different ideology. But in this particular case, his all interest all together with the bank that during this 7 months period is the maximum $10,000 to $15,000. So now, if you add up 150 to 750 plus interest and other miscellaneous cost, another 25,000. So he's all in 925,000 into the project. And here is the cool part. So that's total his investment, right? This property, already the bank did an appraisal after construction appraisal, came at 1.1 million because of the size of the unit, because of the potential income, all those things. So 1.1, 80% loan to value is 880,000. So the bank at the end, after the closing is done, gonna give whatever the construction loan they give, additional money on top of it to make it 880,000. So which means you're getting money from the bank. After paying your construction loan, the leftover is your money. So this guy totally invested 925 and he got from the bank 880. So which means his money left in the deal, 45,000. Aditya, you said all the money is out. Where is the rest of the money coming from? I'm glad you asked. This project, if you noticed, 6 bedroom, 2 bedroom, 2 bedroom, 10 bedrooms. As per the Ontario law right now, if you are an investor who is building a rental property for long term, then you would qualify to get HST back. So that's going to be around 80,000. He left 45,000 in the deal, but he got 80,000. So that means he got extra 35,000 cash in hand. This is exactly why the power of buying the right price, buying in a right location, and getting a right builder for a right price, and making sure you have a right design can make all these things happen. So that's how he was able to take all his money out and little extra. And now coming to the cash flow calculations. This property, like I said, 880,000 is the mortgage. If you do your math, 4.24% interest, 30 years amortization, you're looking at a monthly payment around $4,200 give or take. So plus the cool part, I told you right in the beginning why we are building the exact same color brick and there is a front porch and all those things. That's called, this location is sitting in a sandwich town which comes under CIP grants. So Windsor is giving some grants for people who build in this location. So one of the grant is no development fees. Another grant is lot, whatever the taxes on the lot will stay the same taxes for next 10 years. So his taxes are like literally $400 or $300 for next 10 years yearly. I'm not talking about monthly. So that's a huge saving. So his mortgage payment, 4,300 or 4,200. Let's put on a high side, 4,300. Probably $50 on taxes. Insurance, another 300 or 350. And plus repairs and maintenance, another 250. Another, probably let's throw some miscellaneous things. If he's giving to the property management, throw another extra $1,000. So literally, if you do all the math, $1,700, including miscellaneous, unexpected and all those things. $1,700 expenses plus mortgage, 4,300. So $6,000 is his total expense. And let's assume that he's not moving in, renting out all the places. So lower, I'll give you realistic, I'll give you very conservative. Conservative, no matter what happens, 1,500. This one, no matter what happens, 1,600. Main floor, no matter what happens, 1,600. The upstairs, 2,000. So 2,000, 16, 16 and 15. So how much is your rent? If you do the calculations, 4,700 for these 3 units and the top, 2,000. So 6,700. On a conservative level, you're going to get 6,700, which means $700 cash flow. But little creative way, Airbnb on that one, Airbnb on the top bedrooms, it's going to go up probably 2,000-3,000, because there is a lot of potential for the mid-term rentals who want with a furnished and all those things. That's the goal in this area, because there is bridge construction going on. There is a lot of things happening in this area. So that's pretty much it. Any questions, any comments, let me know in the comments below. And I'm glad you watched all the way here. And if you want to talk one-on-one, you know, see if we can help you in any way or form, reach out to me on Instagram, Aditya Kumar Soma. With that, I'll close this video. See you on the next one. Peace, Win City.